Seriously, I swear my brows are not human. Check these out. David Hemming, eat your heart out. Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be doing the Divine, not the Divine, that's another video. I'm going to be doing the fabulous Bianca Del Rio. To be honest, I actually put Bianca's name down a little while ago, a couple of months ago, and I haven't got around to doing it until now, and part of me doesn't want to do this because Bianca Del Rio is probably one of my favourite current drag queens. So I'm super nervous about doing this, but I was recently requested to do it by one of my subscribers, Yasmin, and so I just thought, you know what, I can't hide from it anymore, I'm gonna have a go. So this is going to be my Bianca Del Rio inspired tutorial. Wish me luck. Lots of luck. Just to explain why my brows look like I have been electrocuted, I need to keep the brows flat because I'm going to cover them up, so I just use a bit of glue, and the idea is to get your brows flatter than Rebecca Black without auto-tune. And I've got quite full brows, as you can tell, so I've got to use quite a lot of staying power, and I've just used Brit Stick for that. Face, then eyes, or eyes and then face. It doesn't really matter what you do. I've heard that different drag queens alternate. From what I'm aware, that Bianca likes to do her base first and then do the eye makeup. Because I'm not brave, I'm going to do the eye makeup first, then tidy up and do the base. But just to start off with, I'm just going to use this foundation, Bourjois Healthy Mix, and it's just a normal everyday foundation, and I'm just going to use it just to even out my skin, just for the time being, and then when I do the eyes I'll do the whole foundation routine. But this is just to make me look a little bit more human. So just using a real Techniques brush to buff that into the skin. You know, I hate that word. Find me, if anyone could find me one tutorial where the phrase "I'm just going to use that to buff that into the skin" isn't used, I'll give you a fiver. Just going to take a little bit onto the brows, which is not going to cover them up completely, but it's a start. I'm just going to take some good old concealer across those brows. If you want to, if you really want to go for the whole hog of drag and want to, you know, get into drag makeup, use a better concealer than this. This is just a Revlon concealer. I mean, it does the job just fine, but with drag I think you really need a really good strong concealer. So invest in something like Dermablend. Finally, a bit of powder, and then we should be good to go for the time being. Okay, now correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys in the States, you say Bianca, because in the UK it's pronounced Bianca. So presuming that technically it's Bianca Del Rio. To be honest, I think our most famous Bianca in the UK is probably Ricky! Sorry, you guys who aren't from the UK probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Don't worry. And because I've more or less blanked out that face, I'm gonna draw in my face again. I've got two shades here of highlight and a contour. This is from Kett, and that's shade 1 and the dark one shade 11, I think. And I'm gonna give myself a new set of eyes. Okay, what I'm doing here is basically that crease there, the eyeball crease, is now there. Because I've completely, well, not completely blanked out my brows because that's almost impossible because I've got these huge bushes. But just pretend the brows aren't there. And I'm going to draw in my own eye shape, which means I'll have more room to work with. Got some good old masking tape. We're going to do the brows. I'm going to cheat a little bit. And with just a brow pencil, I'm just going to take a fine line across there. But I'm going to thicken it out if I need to. Taking a pencil highlighter by Benefit. Like that. I'm just taking a cotton bud just to work that out. Okay, ignore these brows just for the time being. Obviously I'm going to make them a bit thicker, but I've just got, as long as I get the rough outline on, and if I do the eye makeup, and then I'll make them as thick as I need to. Okay, now eye colours. With Bianca, you can go, anything goes with eye colours. She's got a very specific kind of eye shadow shape, an eyeliner shape, but in terms of colours you can really go for what you want. I'm going to go for kind of yellow purples and pinks, I think. Well, hopefully if it turns out okay. I've got Neon Eyeshadow by W7. You want colours that are really pigmented. So I'm going to take this on the outer edge of the eye here. And now because we've created that that new eye shape, we can bring this pink right up here. You can use one of those pigment powders. I'd recommend not using it just yet because they go absolutely everywhere. So if you slap on one of those powders, every time you blink there's going to be a little bit of fallout. So you can by all means use that if you want to, but I recommend just sticking to eyeshadows and then applying some pigment powder on top if you wish. Because I made that mistake the second time I attempted this tutorial. Yes, this is my third attempt at this tutorial because first attempt I just didn't like it. The second attempt I did the mistake of applying barium dust at the very beginning, and every time I blinked, the powder just went all my false lashes, and they were literally caked in this gold dust, and it wasn't, yeah, you know, you sort of, I edited the whole video, and I just was watching it back, and I just thought, you know, you know, when you're not entirely happy with something, you think, you know, if I upload it, you know, I'm just going to be constantly unhappy with it. So I thought, you know, I'll take a break, think about it, and then I'll redo it, which is what I've done. So hopefully this should be the last attempt. Now if there was a god of colour in the makeup world, it would be Sugarpill. Their eyeshadows are amazing. I'm going to use this palette here, it's Quad, and it's the Cold Chemistry collection. And I'm going to use this purple here, it's called Elemental Chaos. And I'm going to go around this colour here. It's kind of like the colour, it's when you put it onto your lid, it's almost exactly like, do you remember, I don't know if they're still around, but the McDonald's toys you used to get, and there was one of the purple monster. It's like that, the colour of that, I mean almost exactly. Like, you know, back when Happy Meals actually had good toys. The reason why we're bringing this, you know, we're changing the eye contour and bringing it up across along the natural brow is because you're going to add those really big false lashes, which Bianca is famous for. And, you know, they are literally going to cover up to there. So you need to show some kind of colour. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter what you put in this eye here, in this section of the eye here, because it's going to be covered up. So it's really, this part is what you want to concentrate on. Getting that nice and bright. I'm going to use this white here. I don't know if there's a complete white. It doesn't look matte. It's probably the most matte out of all of them, but it's got a slight frosting to it. But anyway, it's still really pigmented. I'm just going to put that as a light base there. Actually putting this on the white, it's got quite a shimmery look about it. I mean, from the actual quad it doesn't appear shimmery at all, but oh well. Now this bitch is a godsend, if it was the right way around. There we go. This is for Makeup Atelier and it's basically a white gel liner and it's amazing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that onto the lid because I'm planning to use eventually a dust onto the lid, and because it's got that really creamy consistency, the particles on the dust will latch on, so it'll hold it in place, so when you blink it won't, hopefully you won't have much fallout. I'm going to stick on a yellow, I think. I'm going to use this yellow from this Essence quad. I'm going to dab that on with a nice thick MAC 239 brush. And it's important to dab it on because if you do that it's going to go absolutely everywhere. I'm just going to take the white actually up here on the highlight of my new brow. Okay, next up, this is key to a Bianca look. White eyeliner, and put this into the waterline. I'm using MAC Fascinating. For a look like this, I'd recommend investing in a good quality white eyeliner, because cheap ones tend to be like quite iridescent, they don't show up that well. I love MAC Fascinating, so if you are going to like invest in one, I'd recommend MAC Fascinating. You know what, I'm going to add an orange. This is my Sugarpill and it's called Flame Point. I think it's called Flame Point. Yes it is. I'm going to add that there. Add that just there. Why not? Okay, I have a black eyeshadow by Sugarpill. Yet again, it's called Bulletproof. And you're going to take this and create a dark line between the purple and the yellow. Have you guys seen the YouTube series, the James St. James transformations? Probably my favourite YouTube series at the moment. They're fabulous, and it's how, and there's one of them where he's being made up by Bianca Del Rio, and it's just fabulous. I think I probably favorited it on my on YouTube, so it's probably on my, probably be able to find a link on my Twitter. But yeah, it's just, they're fantastic. It's basically James St. James getting transformed into different drag queens by the drag queens themselves, and he just like talks to them, and it's really quite it's just fabulous. And with this black line I'm going to bring that down a bit further right onto the contour of the nose. Black liner, I've got Clinique. I'm going to take a nice black line across my, and then just whatever's left on the brush, that line, I'm just going to intensify that black a bit more. Okay, now I can get these brows sorted out. Okay, I've got two dusts here by Barbarian. I've got this one and that one, yellowy gold and purple. Now, these are dusts, so they go absolutely everywhere if you're not careful. And seriously, I think, and the cheapest way of doing this and the best way of doing this is just using the cotton tip, because brushes have all these bristles on. Every time you dab, bristles are going to like rebound and dust is going to flick off everywhere. Because this is just a bit of wrapped up cotton, it will stay like that. I'm going to take this gold just lightly across there, just to give a bit more staying, a bit more oomph to that colour there. The different dusts, some are more glittery than others. The ones that are more glittery tend to be the ones that most fall out, and I think this one's got quite a lot of fallout, this gold, so just be careful. Okay, now for the false lashes, and these are key to a Bianca look. If you can get these right, then you've basically got it. Now Bianca likes to use 3 pairs of lashes on the top one and a full pair on the bottom one. On the top one she likes to use, if I can remember, 3 lots of 301 lashes and then 2 lots of either 62 or 69 lashes. And then I can't remember what she uses on the bottom, but she uses a full set on the bottom as well. I don't have any of those lashes. The closest I could find to 301 is these 101, which are nowhere near as intense as 301, but in terms of intensity they are quite intense, so hopefully I can get away with it. And the bottom ones I've got 204. That. And another little tip that Bianca suggests is when you put them on at a slight angle pointing upwards. Don't put them on like along your natural lash line. Put them on and on top of the black line, not onto your lash line. Because if you put them on like down and literally on your lash line, make your eyes look really heavy instead of like open. The idea of these lashes is to make your eyes look bigger and open. So if you put them on like literally by the lash line, it'll make your eyes look really heavy and really doughy, which is not what you don't really want. Should be starting to come together now. I'm just going to, now I've got the false lashes on, I'm just going to have a little bit of a neaten up around my face. Okay, now these top lashes are nowhere near as intense as what Bianca goes, but I cannot pull off false lashes at all. So this is probably as extreme as I can go. Okay, so I'm going to do the face now. Now, I believe Bianca likes to use a Kryolan pan stick, which I believe you can get from makeupalley.com, but I don't have that, so I'm going to use a foundation over here. I'm going to use my Estee Lauder, and I'm also going to use my Kett Foundations for contour and highlight as well. I've got Sleek Face Contour Kit. I'm going to contour down the cheeks. Got the Flam blush in number 1. And put this quite high up onto the cheeks, and I think I'm going to sort of milk it in there so it joins on with the eyeshadow. Okay, I think I'm going to go for an orange lip, because I was contemplating between orangey and pink. Because I've got quite a lot of pink there, I think pink will bring it out, make it a bit too pinky. And because I've got a tiny touch of orange there, I think if I sort of use an orangey red, it'll sort of help to enhance that. I have 2 lipsticks. This is Biance, it's an orange, just plain orange lipstick, and I've got Lady Danger by MAC. Now I think it's about high time we get this hair sorted out. Okay, now but for the Bianca hair, it's probably just easier if you just get a wig, because you need to get that hair really like high up. So I've just sort of put my hair up as high as I can without hairspray. So I'm just holding it with curvy grips. But really for the Bianca hair, it'd be probably just easier to just get a wig. I mean, I know Bianca wears a wig. So, this is me finished, I think. This has been my Bianca Del Rio inspired tutorial. Bianca looked good to cover those wide eyes, haven't you? The sort of those kind of, that kind of look. So yeah, I've had fun doing this, so I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you all very soon. Bye!